Hello. Happy Saturday evening. Spent a long day cleaning and rearranging my desk, and now everything's within reach. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a good, fun time tonight. So I still want to keep going with our kind of mask making theme. I got this book last weekend when we were on our little extended weekend. Found this at a thrift store for $4, and it's got all these really pretty pictures of birds, and I love me some birds. So I started doing some fussy cutting today and cut out a few images that I really like. So we've got some of these little birdies here, some with a bit of a scene, others just, pretty much cut out, and some here that I left some of the background in. So what I want to start with is doing some tags. We're gonna make some tags, and then I thought maybe we could do, I don't know, some envelopes or something or other to use some of these bigger scenes. I'm not really sure yet. We'll just kind of see where it takes us. So I'm excited to get started. Let's move our birds out of the way. I've got a couple of different sizes of paper here. This is I think it's just regular printer size paper, 8.5 by 11. These are 4. Yeah, that's what it would be. Yep, exactly, 8.5 by 11. So I took a couple of those, cut some 4-inch strips. I've got some, what do I got here? 3-inch strips, right? 4, yeah, 3-inch strips. And I made up some fresh coffee to do some coffee dyeing. And I want to do a little stenciling and some grunging, and just make a really cool background, but try to keep it relatively neutral, at least to start. Then I thought we could pull out some of the labels we've made and maybe some stickers, just definitely stamps, just to have a little bit of fun and see where it takes us without a super ton of planning. One of the things I want to do here is put down, let's see, put down a piece of parchment paper. Yes, it does wipe off, but I just replaced my little glare stopper papers there. So let's see if we can't manage to keep those at least moderately clean. Maybe just do 3 at a time. Actually, I think what I'll do, I've got this little clip stuck up here, so I think I'll just do that and kind of clip that in place, and we'll try to keep those clean-ish. So I've got no plan, I've got no rhyme or reason to how I want to do this. So I thought, let's see, we've got this, that will be splattery. Let's just grab this paintbrush and we'll just start. I feel like I got extra shadow in here for some reason, but we'll see. Nothing, it's not super thick and dark, but we're just gonna start making a mess. You can't really beat making a mess. We'll see what we end up with here. We'll use the dryer to kind of push some of this around and make sure that we don't have to wait too long to keep going. Oh, big drip. That's okay. We're just having fun. And we're passing some time and having some art. Weather's been nice today here, so we can, got our windows open. Very happy about that. I'm ready for some springtime. And so it seemed like just a really good Day for some birds. So I'll just get that on here. It's drying pretty quick. Or at least, you know, soaking up well and quickly into our cardstock here. So let's see. Do we want some, I don't know why I did that. What kind of splatters can we get? Some good ones, or will they just be too weird? Let's check it out. You know what? This might work better after it's dry, so it doesn't seep too much. So let me pause you here so you don't have to listen to my embossing tool, and we'll dry this up. 1 sec. Okay, let's give these splatters a try. Now, when we're making these tags, since this isn't thick and we've got a little bit of wrinklage here, we can back it on something else. So let's see how these small splatters will work out now. If they're going to soak super well. That was not a small splatter, that was a giant drip. That's okay though. We're just making cool stuff. See how this ends up looking. We can do some grungy. Oh, it's dripping off the tip of my finger. We can also do we'll do some grungy stamps, and we'll get it nice and multi-layered here. Interesting. Dry off my hands. And I'm gonna hit this again. So a bit of a trick that you can do if you want to get like these little lines and multi-layers is you blow it a little bit, and then right where you're blowing it's going to dry. So if you blow it a little bit and then let it come back, it's going to leave you those lines. Like anybody who does watercolor, I don't do watercolor, but anybody that does watercolor knows that water will go wherever it's wet. So if you start to dry one side, then the remaining liquid you have, will be darker, more dense. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking and I'll just show you. So there you can see right here where it, ooh, that's hot. Right here where it started to dry, that water's not, that coffee isn't going there anymore. So let's do a bit up here. And the other thing that you can do, take my dirty towel here, if you don't want the multiple lines, but you do want the outline, you can always just dab it and soak up what is left. And you'll still have your dark outlined circles, which look pretty cool too. Let's just go ahead and speed stuff along here. I'll take what's left. And I think we're pretty good. We can always wipe over the top. Since we're just being grungy, it's okay. We can do that. So let's do these 3 as well. You know, something I wanted to try, and I think I'm going to do it now. I want to see I've seen people do some really neat coffee staining, like the right way, where you put some coffee or tea and then layer the papers up. And I've seen people put like lace or that kind of stuff that would make some, wow, my brain today. You know what I mean. I'm going to stop even trying to say it. So I want to see if we can make any sort of, if we're going light enough, can we make this have some amount of this stencil? I know you can do it with Distress Spray. I'm wondering if you can also do it with coffee. Now, it might not work. It might be too wet, that it seeps too much underneath. But we're going to try it and just see what we can get. You could put it in a spray bottle. I'm just going to be more free-for-all with it here and see what we end up with. It's definitely going to, you know, run a little and all of that, but that's okay. So I did use a plastic stencil, so I am not going to hit that with the heat gun with that on there. Got a little bit of a pattern. Oh, well, let's make a big mess, why don't we? So that's something. Set that off to the side. So that is something. It's not exactly what I was thinking would happen, but it's not too terrible. Let's, maybe we ought to just give this a minute. Heat tool's getting awful hot. Let me do this. Let me get this out of our way. Oh, I did still get that dirty. Well, darn it. All right, I'm just gonna set that over there to dry. Since my heat tool looks like it's about ready to go start on fire. All right, so let's use these as our base. We're gonna find something good and sturdy to put this on. Let's see what I might want to use. We could go with, we've got, you know, obviously scrapbook paper and all of that, but I also have cardstock's too bright. I've got some cardstock over here, but it's like bright pink, bright purple. What about these? These are pretty sturdy and they're a nice width. Let's use some of these. We've got them, let's use them. I'm pretty sure we'll never run out. Let's just grab a couple of those and we can make up our mind on the other ones here in just a bit. But for right now, I am going to, I had glue pages around here. So see, I cleaned my desk and I put so many things away that now I'm totally out of what I need right at hand. Okay, let's go nice and thick with our glue stick. And we'll get that glued down well. All the way to the edges. Oh, I guess I didn't need to go quite all the way to the edges, did I? Because we're going to have to trim. So, right, since we got to trim anyway, it really doesn't matter if it's straight or not. Let's see how this little tool works. Theoretically, it should work just fine. This is what it's for. Pretty stiff. Just hope we don't rip anything. Yeah. That puts us in a much better position for sturdiness, I think. So let's do another. And we'll start with these 3 and see how far we get. Maybe we'll figure out what else we want to do with the big ones. And alright. Go close-ish to the bottom. Again, doesn't really matter if we're straight. This way. Just start with a few, and I think those will be pretty good. You know, if not, we can always thicken them up again. No problem. These ones are going to be kind of big, but I think that's okay. I like this better than this, so I think I'm going to go this way. You could also use double-sided tape or any other kind of glue that you have. Should work fine. It's taken just a little bit, but I'm gonna hope that you guys are crafting along with me. So it's okay if we take it in real time because we're all gonna be doing it together. Oh look, I got 2 in there. All right, well, whoops. A little more on here. And if we have any other spots that are popping up, we can always just go in with our art glitter glue to get it super precise on the back. Okay, so set this off to the side and close up our glue. Do our first bit of trimming, and then we can decide where to go from there. So let's get this cut. If you have a paper trimmer, go for it. I do, but trying to use a big paper trimmer with a tiny bit that needs to be cut off like this is, I find difficult. So I'll just use my scissors. Those out of the way. Oops. So I got most of my desk clean. There's a couple of things sitting, and I've been doing a couple of things, so there might be a random piece of something that tags along for the ride. This. So I found some cool stuff while I was cleaning. I'm sure that happens to just about all of us. And I've, shown pictures of my little area. It's not like I got an entire room or anything that for stuff to hide, but I did find a few things hiding. But I was very happy that I that I came across. I did finally have to move some things out of my area that I don't use very often. When I first started doing mixed media, oh God, 6-7 years ago, I did a lot of painting in the background. Like not fancy painting, just using acrylic paint in the background. So I have a little container, not little, a reasonably sized container, Tupperware of acrylic paints, and I got those off my desk so that I could move some things around a little bit. And made room for some of the other stuff that was squashed in that I couldn't really get to, or I had it stacked up where it was behind me or hard to reach, or had made its way over to my office side for my regular job. So we took care of some of that stuff and getting it out of the way. All right. So what we could do, let's see, what do we want to do with these? I have I've got this pack of cards and envelopes, and I'm wondering if maybe we could do something cool with these envelopes. What might we be able to do? Oh, those are cute. I hadn't even opened them. Another nice thrift store find. Obviously, oh, that's way too big, clearly. So we've got, here's some of our birds. Let's try to make a bit. There's the super fussy cut ones. And then we've got some of these as well. So those would fit. We could even shorten up the flap. So that would work. What else? We could do some sideways, like this. And then maybe this tag, we could even do that like in a journal. Oh, for the love, come on now. Who knows how long this has been squashed flat in the, at the thrift store. Oh, come on. So we could even go something like this. And have that be part of how we're going to hold our tag. It could even go this way and be put in as a tuck spot with that as well. I kind of like the idea of using these together. All right. This is pretty wintry. I'm kind of going for spring. Let's see. That's pretty springy. Isn't that guy pretty? These guys, let's see. That's winter. This could work. Oh, there's a little birdie hiding. This would be a nice one. That is a little, sorry, I hope I'm in front. This one's a little large. We could keep these for something else and go with these three. All of these I think would fit just fine without being too overbearing. All right, let's plan on using these three. It might be a little mini mass make, but we got our other stuff over there drying, so we'll see. But I do like the idea of using this. You know, you could even hook it in. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to stop. I'm getting in ahead of myself. Okay, so we've got these. What do we want to do with matching up our little birds? So let's see. Some of these had, okay, that one clearly is a set. That's not, but he's super cute. These fellas go together. That, look at these two, aren't they pretty? We could even do a set or something like that. These guys go with these two, don't they? Or maybe that, or maybe all those guys go together. Let's see. This fella is very springy. I think these two were on the same page, you know, or we could also come into here and decide that we were going to fussy cut another bird off that page. Let's see. Oh, this one's making it hard. How about those? I like those colors. And how about if we say we're not going to use the same birds on the same one? Let's mix it up, shall we? How about this guy? I don't know why sometimes it's so hard to make these kinds of decisions. Well, I'm gonna move these around because I like those two greens together. Yep, I think this is what we're gonna go with. I really like this guy too. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, so that's going to be our choice for the moment. Now we gotta decide, what do we want to do first, our tag or our envelope? I'm kind of feeling like the envelope kind of went completely out of whack. Let's start with, keep our birds together. I'm just going to set these off to the side. And let's just start grunging up our envelopes. Now, what shall we use? Let's do, how about, let me find a stencil that might be enjoyable to put on there. Okay, I'm grabbing. This is kind of a cool pattern. These that are lovely, it's the only Tim Holtz stencil I've got. But I'd like something kind of larger like that. We know we gotta keep these guys out because they're fun. Ooh, let's see what this one does. That might be kind of cool too. Where would we want to put it? Maybe just on the bottom? I'm thinking we could potentially put some paper inside to make it look pretty cool, but let's start with, well, I could turn it over where the tape was. Just go about like right there. And then let's take let's decide what color we're gonna do. I got a couple of pieces sticking up there. How about we say that this will be maybe like this, and we could go, oh, of course, I left it sitting over here. Let's go with a green. I have almost everything picked up from what I took with me over the weekend, but I did have a couple of things still sitting off to the side. Close that. I also have a spider web one that might look kind of cool. So let's just pull those few things out. Oh my gosh. Okay, everything's sticking together. Get out. All right, goodness. This is supposed to be easy, not difficult. Let's see. I'm wondering if the brushes or... Let's try the brushes. Let's go with this one. We'll give it a try. And it doesn't have to be super dark. We want it to show up, but it can be kind of subtle. I should probably just hold on to it because I'm not doing a very good job of keeping it in the same place. We'll just hold on to it. And we're going to carry it all the way up here. The only problem is it's hard to get the ink on you when you're only got one hand to do it. I guess I could use my elbow, couldn't I? Probably not very good, but you know, whatever. We have appendages, might as well use them, I suppose. Or I could just go like this and use my fingers. Oh, some days creative thought. Well, I guess that's not creative thought. That's logical thought. Some days logical thought escapes me. Let's just use fingers. Amber. Duh. Okay. Let's see if we can get this a little bit so it's a little bit of contrast. Let's see, did we get some at the top? We did. We could use a little more here. Although we did say we weren't going to be particular. Oh, that's pretty. See? It did work. So then, when this goes in there, there's still a nice pattern on the bottom. But then when you take it out, you've still got interesting stuff on the back. I like it. Okay, now let's close this guy up. And I would like to see if we can ink around these edges. And to do that, I'm going to put a piece of scratch paper in here to see if, well, that's not working very well, is it? Just to see if we can pop it out enough that I can get, well, I don't need to. Look at, guys, hey, squeeze it. Ta-da. I think, though, for this, I want to go not quite as dark. Yes, ground espresso. That is what I want for this one. Set that to the side. Don't know that I'll do all of them in this, but let's give it a shot. Of course, there's dog and cat hair on my stuff here. It is okay. All right. Yeah. Now it's going to give me trouble. There we go. Not too difficult once you get it squeezed through. Probably can't do much there or here, but that's okay. There, that works. All right, now if you wanted to take make a smaller tag and put it in here, you sure could. You could decorate the front and the back of your envelope. Absolutely. I'm going to go at a bit of an angle here. See if it will. It does a little bit. It catches that seam just a touch. Just awesome. So you can see it without it being, and I always like to do these, like to do the folds. So anyway, if you want to do a smaller tag or ticket or put it in here, tag or card and put it in here, that would certainly work as well. Okay, next stencil. How about we just keep these together with, as long as it took us to figure out what we were going to do on there. I really don't want to not have them together. Let's do this one next. And I feel like we have an opportunity to bring in some of this orange. We don't use orange very often, but let's try it and do a bit of orange. Now, the question is going to be, do we want another flower? This lotus, well, let's not do it upside down, like a lotus flower. Or would we rather go a little more geometric? This is kind of a, or you know what? Let's do this one. Why not? Let's do this one. I bet we could then flip it over and get a close-ish match. And do that. Now this, thought they were, where were they? Oh, here they are. This one, I don't have a brush for the yellow. Orange, God. So let's try with this. I want to make sure I'm over a little bit. I don't have to be that over. All right. What's the worst that can happen? We don't like it. It's all right. Let's see. What about if I go like this a little? Maybe I just need to really smoosh it down. It's bright orange. Hopefully it will be toned down a little bit, or a lot of bit, with this cardstock. We're just going for it. If it is, it is. If it isn't, well, oh well. 'Tis okay. Just paper, guys. Just paper. And if we don't like something, we just cover it up. If that's how we roll. Not get stressed when we're crafting. This is our escape from our real lives. So we can't have a stressful escape or it defeats the entire purpose. what about, how about we go in here, because we've got red and orange on these birds. How about if we go in, let me see, I think I have a red foam somewhere. There it is. Let's go in with red on the bricks because, you know, bricks are red. I'm going to take it off this one. And we'll see. I don't want it to be super dark. But we might as well play off some of that. Ooh, that's a bright one. Might need to spread that out a little bit. Well, as in make other stuff darker so it doesn't look so wonky. Can we go over? Or maybe we're just gonna have to be okay with that. All right. I can cope. Now, do we want to have it go back up? Yeah, why not? Let's go this way. Can I go some more over here? Is it going to line up perfectly? Nope. Do we care? Also, nope. There. Oh, well, I forgot to do the bottom. Okay. Let's see. Whereabouts did we have that? Something like this? Oh, the bottom's definitely more subtle than the top, which is expected, right? So that gives us a little something. Oh, it's gonna look, oh, it's gonna be cute. All right, so we've got our orange. Did a little orange, did a little red. That goes with these guys. I think that's gonna look really pretty. It's going to peek behind. Even when you have your tag inside, it'll still peek out on the back. And this still has enough. Oh, we forgot to ink the edges. Still has enough contrast that it stays interesting and it keeps depth. All right, and we're going to make sure this. So much for putting paper on the back. We ain't putting paper on the back, guys. Because, you know, we've got... Or at least not on this one. We did the work. Not want to put paper on the back when we've done the work. Do the same thing here with... bit of an angle to see if we can get some of that edge. I was planning on doing some like decorative page edges today. And maybe I still will. It's not that late. It's only like almost 8 o'clock. But then I got to fussy cutting these birds. And I was like, ooh, I want to play with the birds. All right. So then we got that. Now, our other birds are these ones. So, what if we just went with a little bit of brown? Doesn't have to be super dark brown. We got our green. It's a touch of pink, a little bit of yellow. And we could go bold and go with black too. Why not? Let's try it. It's gonna really darken it up. But then everything else that we put on it will stand out quite a bit. We're gonna go for it. So I'm gonna make sure I'm at least off the end here. I'm just gonna go bold. We don't care about getting our fingers dirty. This is gonna be a mess. And we could even just kind of fade it out a little bit, even on this side if we wanted. Whoops, don't move it. At least not a whole lot. Now what if we did that? Let's see what it looks like. Looks kind of cool. I'll live with that. And then have that. Okay. Done. 3 very different looks, which is totally okay. All right. Let's not put ink on top of our other birds that are sitting over there. And let's ink around these guys. Maybe we can even find space on here to use some of the other stuff that we've mass made over the last few weeks, few months. And bring a little of those in here as well. All right. Yep. I like it. Okay. And he will still be all fine and well and visible. All right, well, no reason to move that out of the way. We might as well just keep going with this guy. So now, how about, I think I'm gonna trim him down just a little. I've got my little scissors and that's what I used, but I like my big scissors so much better. They just work really nicely. I'm just going to cut him a little closer. There. I like that. Now, how about we grab, it's going to go here. Let's grab some ephemera here that we might want to use. These are not really the same look, or those. Let's see, we've got, I don't think we necessarily need tickets. We might want to use some of these page edgers though. These guys might be good. We don't need these. Here's some of our more decorative labels. So let's see. There's also the little dangles here, which we could, you know, slap a brad in and use those too. Anything else here that we want to put on there? Now, let's start with this. Is there anything here? That might really cool on the edge. Let's pull these out. Don't know which ones we'll use, if any. The only problem is they're on both sides and they're cool. But still, we don't want a condemned bird. Definitely not that. Okay. All right, we'll just have a couple over on here. We'll get this out of our way. We could, what else could we do? I don't think we want any of these either. Let's get this out of the way. If we get too many options, we're never going to make decisions. So what if we said for each one, we would pick an edge. It could either go here. You know, that might look kind of cool. Or we could put it on the side. You know, any number of things. That could go on the side. We could use these on the tags too. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I think... I need to not think so hard, huh? Let's see. Let's grab a couple of labels or tickets. Something circle. These were some leftover bits from some things that I did, that I cut out, that I just did a little stamping on. It's got some pretty pinks in it. Kind of feel like this goes with the other birds a little better. Stick those up there. All right. There's that. This. All right, just pick a few things. Don't think too much about it. We do have tags to decorate as well, so it's not like we're gonna run out of any ability to use this stuff. We're gonna have plenty. All right, let's just leave these sit here and see if there's anything in here we want to use. Whoa, making a big mess. There's a tag, that won't go in there. Do we want to put some flowers with our little bird? Perhaps. It's hard to say when it's too much. That's throwing me off. I need to get that out of my way. Well, it's hard for me to say when it's too much. I feel like we need to go around the edge a little bit of this fine guy. I don't really like that one there. I kind of feel like we want this one here. That's not too shabby, is it? Let's just go for that. And we need to pull back out. I want to go scorched timber on here so we've got good contrast. Got a little crazy with that one. That's okay. This one obviously is black on the edge, but I want to knock out that white core of that paper. So let's get around this little circle and let's go around our bird. bird. I think this will make him blend in much better with the aesthetic of what we're going for here. All right. And if we decide we need to put something else on top, then we certainly can. So let me, where'd my glue go? Here it is. Let's get our art glitter. Ew, that looks disgusting. Let's get our art glitter. How did that get such a mess? Okay. And maybe we can even find somewhere to put it when we're done. It's going to go right there. And next, our little bird. Hopefully that won't scooch out too much. A little close there for some of it, but that's okay. Let's go our little birdie down a little ways. And a little circle. There, and this can go right here. A little bit of overlap. All right. Now, if you wanted to close this down, do some more decorating that way, you surely could. I want to... It's looking a little bit lumpy. And I'm wondering if it is... I had to just put too much glue on. Hopefully that will flatten out a little bit. All right, and here is our other piece. Now, I think I want the bird to be up high. On this side so that we can see him, or I guess he could be a little lower so long as we can see him. Now, do we want this to be tag shaped? I think we do, but let's just go ahead and make that decision. Oh, decision made. Did this the right way. Yep, and we're going to use that as our guide on the other side. And cut that off. I did not put the pin back in my glue, which is probably why it gets so many boogers. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, glue. Yeah. I really need to be better about that. I usually am kind of okay with it, but clearly not today. So, our bird. Oh, inking edges. That's what we were getting ready to do next. Ink some edges. Ooh, that's dark. I love it. Got a little carried away there on that, but that's okay. Let's do the back. When you're inking, I'm sure everybody is aware, but the more of an angle that you hold, the wider out your ink goes, obviously, and it's a little softer on the edge too. Just pull that in a little bit, a little more of a vignette, I guess. My God, that takes me back to the old Sears photo days. Anybody my age, I'm 47, anybody my age, Sears photos, and for the really good once a year family pictures, you know, it was Olin Mills. Everybody in their Olin Mills pictures. So I hope that gives some of you a giggle. I don't want him too terribly dark around the edges, so I'm just being pretty conservative with this. So there is our bird. Now, what else do we want to put on to pull some of this together? I think we can go, let's plan on a ticket. Let's plan also on, what's that, green too, it's too weird. Let's see, let's pick something similar to our little flowers that we did here. We could go with the butterflies for this. That would tie it together nicely. Little, this obviously the same color theme. I'm not seeing anything else that's like completely jumping out at me. Bugs. And then we've got all our little teeny tinies down here in the bottom. We could, instead of doing the butterflies, we could do mushroom. I don't know, is it appropriate to put a feather on a bird picture? Does that mean that his friend is like gone and forgotten? Poor guy. Amber, don't talk about dead birds when you're trying to make bird crafts. Okay. All right. Let's get back to paying attention to what we're doing here. I kind of feel like on here, we just need a couple of little things, maybe. Here out of our goodie box. Ooh, I have an idea. Oh man, do I even know where those are? Let me see. I think that I do know where they are. Hold on one moment. Oh Lord, that's a lot to move. Okay, I'm wondering, and of course I don't know. As I do, I often wonder, as people who like to make fun of me will tell you, I think that we've got in here, are they in here? Are they in here? Please? Oh, they are. We've got some mushroom stickers. My sister got me these. I want to pull them out. It's my sticker box. All right. What about if we have, oh, I think I lost one of the little mushrooms. Can we put a mushroom sticker? Let's move this there. Can we use a mushroom sticker on here? Let's see if any of these will look nice. That's kind of cool. I have a feeling all of them would look nice. That guy. Ooh, this is kind of fun. we like that one. Maybe not that one. There's some yellow. That's a little much. I kind of like the little oh, there's a little one. I must have cut that off something else. Looks like that's too much. I like the little single ones. Sorry, let's see here. Is this the one that I have? I think, let's put these back. I think I really like that one. We also have leaf stickers in there, but I think I'm gonna go. We could also do something like this. I think I like that. And maybe we put that with it. We can totally mix what we're using. Let's go with that. Let's go with something to that effect, or over here, perhaps. And something round. Oh, my poor doggy Doo is sitting out in the hallway crying. She's crying. The other thing we could do, oh my goodness. What if we took, I just have this feeling like it's too plain. What if we took a washi and went up the side? What about the flower washi to go with the flowers on the front? I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. First thing I want to do though is get this down. We need to see which side the print is on. Let's grab these here. Oh, she's still out there crying. What a little baby. Now, it's not like there's not a whole bunch of other people here that she could go talk to. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on now. Oh, there we go. All right. So it is this side. Let's see if I can manage this. Oh, I did. That was a surprise. Look at, ta-da. Right there. Ooh, fun. Okay, she's still crying. I gotta let her in here. Hold on one sec. Okay, she didn't even want in here. She wanted to go outside. All right, let's throw some of this on here. And I'm thinking up one side would be nice, but not all the way to the edge. Are we straight-ish? The cat says we're, oh, I didn't get it clear to the top. Oh, well. I don't want to rip it, I want to cut it. Let me cut it off first. Then we'll trim it to size. There. Okay. And here. There. Excuse me. Ink that up a little bit. Where'd our little mushroom go? I lost him. Mushroom, where did you go? We'll find him. He's got to be here somewhere. If he got up and walked away, we got a bigger problem. now, did we want to, I think we want to put a ticket underneath. So let's go with this one because it's right here. Looking for my mushroom as we're doing this. I don't see it. I wonder if I knocked it on the floor. Oh God, the cat's here. Hi, Lannister. Let's see if he's going to jump on my desk. He's never done that while I've been filming before. No, he's just going to get in my chair here and annoy me. Hey, buddy. Let's put this right here. We're going to guess that that's where we want it. Sometimes it's okay to guess. Lots of times it's okay to guess. Yeah, that will work. And here he comes. Never before, but now he's gonna. All right, bird. You're gonna live right there. Okay, nice. Happy with that. Let's see. I don't know where that mushroom went, so I guess we're gonna do this one. Seriously, Cat? What on earth? What are you doing? Getting low. I need to up, and there goes stuff falling on the floor. Put this guy there, just cause I have to get him out of here if he's going to be making a bunch of noise. All right, let's see how we feel about this so far. I think it's pretty. Let's see how that looks. Oh my God, there's our mushroom. All right. I think that looks really pretty. All right. Now, let's do a finishing touch here on our tag. Let's put a hole. It'll be centered pretty close, maybe there. And let's grab a piece of this. Whoa, don't come all out. Maybe we can grab a piece of this. All right. Let's grab a piece of this guy. Wow, it took all of an hour to make a giant mess. Through here. And I'm going to twist it up a little bit so that we see these. Let's see if we can get that about like so. Maybe. I might have cut this too short. Yeah, I shouldn't have been quite so stingy with the ribbon. I've only got like 100 yards. No, it's not that much. That's obnoxious. I got a lot. That was a big ribbon. It's all right. We don't need a... Okay, we tighten it up a little. Let's not get too particular before we rip something. All right. There we go. Love it. All right, now I'm going to pause for a second, get the rest of these organized enough that you don't have to watch me hem-haw while we are putting stuff together. So 1 second. Okay, next one, we've got an idea here. So we're gonna pull in some of this red. So let's get our ink for her edges. I think it's okay that this has some blank space. Whoa, a little heavy on that. Not too much. Circle here. All right, let's assemble this guy. And this is going to go here on this side, and the cat's back. Lannister, seriously. Lanny, what do you want, man? Busy. Okay. No, bye, sad little bird on the other side. That it's so hard with some of these books that have the really pretty images on both sides. But we gotta make sacrifices. Poor us, right? With our, oh, don't put that on upside down. That's okay. It's gonna cover his tail, but he's fine. He's fine. I'm not super particular about getting all the way to the edge because I know I've got enough on there that it's gonna squash. Okay, so there's our envelope. Now, instead of cutting this in a tag shape, I just rounded the edges. Let's ink up our birds a little. I think I'm getting more on my fingers than I am on the paper, but it's okay. No worries. Just no worries while we're making art. All right, I'm going to use this page edger. Oh, ooh, let's not forget to do this. That would make me very sad. Need this. So we made those page edges a while ago. Not too terribly, well, none of it's too terribly long. We've only been on this little adventure for 3 months, so we know it's not too terribly long. I didn't ink the other side. Let's at least do the top quick. The rest we can catch back up on. How close does that look to center? Oh, better decide fast. And now on here, refill my glue. So we get this guy up here, and we're going to pop that down. And stick our birdies here, but we're very plain on the bottom. How about a washi across there? And which one do we want to use? We could go, let's pull the bigger ones out here. Let's put those off to the side. Let's see if there's any of these that we want. What about the ones with the books. Would that be too white? Let's take a look at how we feel like this looks. Oh. Why not? Why not? How about there? Get that nice and smooth. Whoops. Might need to trim it first, so we don't just glue or tape ourselves to the mat here. I'm going to do this because it's in my way and I can't see. That only kind of helped. Why am I struggling like this right at the moment? Probably because I'm trying to use my giant scissors, but I just like them. All right, let's get that inked on the sides. It'll blend in nice. Get these out of our way. Okay. And if you ever do decide that this is not dark enough, you can always push it back a little bit, maybe with a tea dye or an antique linen, something light, but that will, I don't even know that we need a ticket now at this point, or a label. I think just our birds. Let's just go with the birds. But I feel like I can see enough through this that the underlying tone of that coffee dyed paper is coming through just fine. Oh, really? Well, that stinks. There, we wiped it off enough. All right, little birds. There you go. Cute. We don't have to go crazy town and overdo it every time. Let's take a look. Yep, I'm a fan. All right, last one for these. All right. Now again, let's see. This I think I want to trim up a little more so we see more of that green. So I was going to say I will pause so that I can grab some stuff without you having to see me messing with it. But I'm going to commit to being fast this time. All right. We got that label out, so let's use it. And let's go with a ticket because we can. Down here, under here, under, and we can put some first class mail. Yep, that's what we're deciding right there. Can be kind of fast when I force myself. It doesn't feel super massy make, But, oh, we kind of did. We decorated our paper, and we got some extras that we can use too. Those should be dry by the time we're done. We'll pull those over and see how those turned out, see if we like them or not. All right, and this guy. The other thing you can do if you're feeling like the glue you have is a little bit too wet, is you can always smudge it a little. Oh, it still doesn't want to come out very much. Seriously. You can always just, you know, smudge it down a little bit if you're afraid that you've gotten it too thick. Oops, don't drop it like I did last time. All right. Bird has his home. Almost did it again. All right, now what's stuck in there? Better? Oh yes, better. Probably would have liked that a little higher, but we're not going to split hairs. This is pretty dark, so it doesn't need a lot of ink. Just balance it a little bit by putting that up there. All right, now, last little tag. Yes, hello, kitty. Last little tag. I think I will put this on the side, perhaps. Let's see. Let's go ticket shaped, or tag shaped, sorry, but let's go at a deeper angle this time and see how we like that. Elongate it a little. All right. It works just fine. Okay. Our birdie friend will live there. Let's put a couple of strips of washi. What about if we use this color to pull some more of that blue in? I think we should give it a shot. Maybe one. I'm going to start here because I will hopefully have it relatively straight. And then let's do another one right about there. That looks straightish. And we will go over here. Now, our bird should I theoretically go over both, I think. Yep, okay, I like that. Let's ink our edges. We don't have to make it super crazy either. We could keep it relatively plain. Maybe we will, and maybe we'll just put a nice ribbon on the top. And this can just be one that is, it's got plenty of space to write on. This. Oh, I think I got some coffee on there. That's okay. It will go right with. Now, do we want him sitting on a little ticket? We could. Nah. I like it better without. Let's just go like this. And when you're making these too, you don't have to do all of the decoration at once. You can always leave a space knowing that there might be, you know, wherever you end up putting it, in a journal or whatnot, there might be a bit of a theme that you want to pull in. Never done anything quite like that before. How would that look? Let's try it. That's a different thing. Let's see. Let's just give it a shot. I did glue up over the edge, and that's okay. Just trying to get it so that the other side goes all the way to the edge, and I think we are okay there. Now let's do this. So we'll do this instead of a ribbon. Whoops, and then we will trim it after the fact. Oh, that looks pretty cool. That is something that we haven't done before. It's different. It's different, kitty. All right, so let's try to be as straight as we can. Ooh, that's the only hard part, is you can't really. Let's see, if I go this way, I should be able to mostly line it up. Yeah. Looks good to me. Now it does feel a little unbalanced, doesn't it? That's okay, because we can add, when we decide where it's going to live, for real, like long term, then we can add to it at that point, should we so decide. All right, let's get this business out of the way. Pop this fella in here. Yeah, I think that is perfectly okay. That it does not have a whole ton of stuff on there. So let's take a look at our other. Ooh, these dried cool. For sure. Yep, we'll definitely be able to do something with those. But probably not right now. So let's see what we ended up with. If I can get my cat out of the way. Stuff moved. We've got. Yes, kitty. So we've got, oh, they won't even all three fit. We got these fine fellas or ladies. We got this guy with his fun mushroom. Oh, come on. And we've got this one that we just finished up. Plain on the bottom, but no problem there. So where I could see this, let me grab this guy. Let me grab this altered book. It's probably a little small, but oh, let's turn it upside down. But you could, oh no, it wouldn't. It would be just fine. Glue this right in, and it would work on a much bigger one too. Glue that in, and just have a nice full page already pretty much done. and ready to go. So I think it's been another, I'm going to call 3 a mass. 3 is a mass. Another successful mass make. Thank you again for hanging out with me tonight. Ooh, it's a long one. And oh, and here's Lanny. Lanny wants to say hello. So get him out of the way. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.